Hey guys, welcome to another WordPress tutorial by Zeilhan. Today we're going to be building this construction website. We have quite a bit of work to do. We actually have a lot of work to do. So let's going to get started. The first thing that we're going to have to be learning today is actually how to get this website set up on our domain. And we're asking what a domain name is and how do we get it to work with website hosting. Don't worry, we're going to cover all of that. We're also going to ensure that our website is working for us even while we sleep to make us money. So lead generation is going to be a huge part of what we do. That is why we have this lead generation form right here. We are going to learn how to make all of this and how it works. Additionally, we're going to be able to serve our clients from our request a project page. So if our clients are anywhere across the world, they can schedule a consultation with us and pay us their hard-earned money for the service that we do so well. We're going to be doing a lot of work, especially on the contact us page and the projects page. This is going to be a little bit more than just a website building tutorial, because everywhere that we go, we're going to have to ensure that every design choice that we make fits in with our brand, it works with our marketing, it attracts the right clients for our business, and it gets rid of the ones that don't want to pay us good money and are paying in the ass. And more than anything else, it represents our company in such a way that it improves our visibility and our brand and everything like that. So yeah, there's a lot to learn. There is about 2.5 hours of tutorial time here. If you guys want the finished product that we're looking at right now, you can just go ahead and download that in the description below. And the only thanks I ask for is for you to hit subscribe. If you want to learn how to grow your business online, how to get clients and revenues and market and sales and all of that gibberish that I've been talking about, we have an email newsletter that goes out every week, well, twice weekly. Just go ahead and sign up to that. And yeah, let's help you build a successful business online. And I've been hearing people calling me Zeilhan and Cerber. My name is James, so welcome to Zeilhan. Let's go. All right, to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to get our domain name and we're going to set up our website hosting. The way we're going to go about this is not the way that they normally do it. And here's what I mean. In the description of this video, there's going to be a link to different website hosts. We're going to have Name Hero and a few others. What we're going to do is we are going to get our domain name from Name Hero. All right. So you're going to click on the link in the description. It's going to take you to Name Hero. Hopefully you don't have to go through reCAPTCHA like I have to go through here. And then it's going to take you to Name Hero. The domain name is going to be your .com, your .co, your .org. The name of your website, the website address. So google.com, namehero.com, that's the domain name. Most times it's going to be your businessname.com. So if your business is Pete's Pizzas, it's going to be petespizzas.com. And sometimes it can be .co.uk depending on what you'd like. And then after that, you're going to set up what's called hosting. Hosting is going to be the computer that is on 24/7 or the server that is on 24/7. That's going to make your website available across the globe. What we're going to do that's different, and I'm going to show you how to do it the regular way. We're not going to be using shared hosting, that is Name Hero. We're going to be using managed hosting, because the managed hosting solution we're going to be using is a little bit price flexible, but it offers a lot more power. What we're going to do here is that instead of using Name Hero for the domain name and the hosting, like most of the YouTube tutorials, we're going to go a little bit more advanced, where we can use more advanced and better web servers like Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud, for example. Or we can go cheaper and use DigitalOcean or Vultr or Linode. And we're going to get this by using Cloudways. So here's what we're going to do. On Name Hero's homepage, namehero.com, we're going to click domains. We're just going to purchase a domain. So I'm going to type Zeilhan tutorials. And I'm not going to be using .com this time. I'm going to be using .co.uk. I know I am not in the UK. So we have .com. That's added from my previous session, because I was trying to set up hosting. But don't worry about it. It's going to be the same process. What I want is .co.uk. So there are different domain names. We're just going to go with the .co.uk option because it is cheap. It's added to cart. Now I'm going to click on the cart. I am going to remove the hosting that is there. So it says here that if you plan on purchasing web hosting with Name Hero, and this is the most important part, because remember I told you that we're not going to be hosting with Name Hero in this situation. But if you're using Name Hero as a host, you click continue and then you can purchase your hosting and you can go from there. But we're not going to be using Name Hero. I am going to leave the name servers as is though, because I don't yet know the name servers for the host that I'm going to be getting. So we'll get that later. So this part right here, zeilhantutorials.com, is from the previous part of the tutorial that you guys probably won't see when I was trying to get hosting from Name Hero and it was not working. In another tutorial, I'll show you how to get Name Hero hosting. But right now it's not working. The checkout page is crashing. So let's hope it doesn't happen with the domain name. So zeilhantutorials.co.uk, email forwarding, DNS management. You can get those. This is just a tutorial for me. I don't need it, so I won't get them, but you can get them. You can read. It basically makes your website available faster and it makes you have all your emails in one inbox. Perfectly fine. Not a big deal for me. So we're going to continue. All right. So I don't need the .com. Let's remove that. No savings. We are going to create a new account. All right. So once you've created your account, all right, guys. So you're going to create your account, first name, last name, email address, etc., your billing address, and all of that good stuff. Once you have created your account, you're going to go ahead and select your payment method, enter your payment details, all right? And you have read and agreed to the terms of service, and you check out. And that's what it's going to be. I already have an account with Name Hero. I think I'm going to go ahead and use that existing customer account because I just need a domain name. I don't need a separate account. When I'm doing the hosting tutorial for you guys again, then we'll get a new account. So I'm just going to use the existing customer login. I'm going to log in. Everything is as I'd like it. Read and agreed to the terms of service. And we are going to check out now. All right. So let's go ahead and check out. All right. Order placed. Continue to client area because we're going to need this section. Now I do have 8 domains here. I've had more. Some are expired, some not so expired. We're going to click on domains. We are going to go all the way over to Zeilhan Tutorials. Let me just make myself a little bit smaller. zeilhantutorials.co.uk. We are going to click on this one. Click on it. And everything is as we would like it to be. No SSL, perfectly fine. We'll set that up very soon. So now that we have this set up, and remember guys, once you set up your account, you're going to want to go to your email address that you used, and you're going to want to get all the good stuff happening, like getting your confirmation code and everything like that. You can go ahead and do that. I already had an account. That's something I need to show you. Now for the hosting that we're going to be using this time is Cloudways. And Cloudways is it's something that I love because you can choose where you host your website, like which server. It can be Google Cloud, it can be Amazon Web Services for higher performance websites. So like my most important clients with like e-commerce platforms and so on, always AWS, always Google Cloud. Or you can go with something a bit more budget friendly. For this tutorial, we're going to use that. I'm going to be using Vultr. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new account with Cloudways because I'm actually going to be getting website hosting. Now, Cloudways is very beautiful. I won't ramble on too much. We're just going to get started. So we're going to say start free. I am going to sign up with my Google account. You can just enter first name, last name, and so on. Everybody can do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the Google method. So I'm going to click continue with Google. I'm going to select the email address. I'm going to continue. All right. So now I need to set a password. I'm just going to select a strong password. I will describe myself as I am a lot of things right now. So I'm going to say digital agency for this person. Yeah, I'm just going to say digital agency. My hosting spend is 50 to 250. I agree to the terms of service, privacy policy. I am going to continue. To activate your account, sign in. All right. So submit details. All right, guys, good news. So my Cloudways account has been activated. Woohoo! It took a few days, but I'll show you the process. So to get activated, you just need to go to cloudways.com. All right, so you apply for an account, then you actually go to cloudways.com. Let me get my chat out of the way, and it's going to be right there. And when you go to cloudways.com, you're going to click send a message. All right, send us a message. Go to verification. Once you go to verification, it's going to automatically apply with the instructions to get verified. So I literally did all of this. So I sent them the email account that I used to sign up. I sent them links to my Twitter and LinkedIn accounts. I sent them my company's website, which, Zeilhan.com. I sent them my ID. So I used my driver's license. And I also sent them my contact number. So I used 2 socials. I used my company's website. I used the email address, my driver's license, government issued ID. And within about 3 or 4 hours, I was verified. So we're verified. We are going to log in and activate. I understand the risks. Take me there. All right, this is good. So here's what we're going to be doing. Let's get started. Okay, so here it's telling us you can deploy more apps once your first server is ready. So to set up a WordPress install, we're just going to click next right here. And I'm going to call this, all right, go next. Actually, I need to just name it first app. First app. I'm going to call this first server. And I'm going to call this startup project. I'm just going to install startup project. And we go next. So it's saying that I can only use DigitalOcean, AWS, and Google. So let's just go ahead, set up that. Select your desired server size. I'm just doing a test website, so I can just go with a 1 gig regular server. But most times you're going to go with a 2 gig high performance. All right. So I'm just going to go with my 1 gig regular server. Let's go next. So the location I'm going to use is actually Miami. If I can use Miami, it doesn't seem like Miami is one of the options. I'll just go with New York for now then. So try to a blazing platform with 3-day trial, no credit card. Yes, let's go on. I'm perfectly fine. You're all set. And so I'm going to launch now. And remember, this is a WordPress install. You can also go with a multi-site. So that's a WordPress multi-site, and you can go with a WooCommerce installation. So I'm just going to go ahead and launch now. So it's adding my server. All right, first server has been created. Our server is here. We have an application. So after you've made your server, this is the most important part. After you've made your server, so you're going to go to dashboard. We have a server right here. So we have a server installed. Here's what you're going to do next. You're going to click on your server. You're going to copy the public IP. You're going to log into your name here, client section. When you log into your name here, client section, you're going to go to DNS management. At DNS management, you're going to add at a record, and you're going to paste in the IP address and save changes. So this is what you will have when you're done. Once you've done that, I want you to copy your website URL. I want you to go incognito and go to DNS checker. All right. DNS checker. You're going to paste in the URL. You're going to search the A records. The address that you see right here should be the same address from your Cloudways IP, and it should also be the same for your A record. And what DNS checker is basically saying to you, it is telling you that, all right, your website domain is available across the globe on this server. This is the IP address for your server. This is the A record for it. And that's all you need to do. If you go to Name Hero, or you go to your public register, your DNS, or you go to your domain name register, and they don't have the option to add the A record, open a support ticket, tell them that this is the IP address for your Cloudways server. You'd like to have them added to your domain so you can use Cloudways for your domain. Once that is done, you're going to go back to Cloudways. All right. You're going to go to your first app. This is your WordPress install. You're ready to use this. So you're just going to click on this. You have 2 URLs right here. You're going to have the application URL. If you click here, it takes you to the actual website. And if you click here, it takes you to the admin panel. You copy the login URL and you copy the password. You're going to paste it in and you can log in. So the next thing that you're going to do after you've seen the IP, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to copy the domain name. You're going to go back to Cloudways. You're going to go to domain management. The default, the primary is going to be this long, ugly URL that you can't share with anyone. You're going to do is you're going to add domain. You're going to paste in your URL and then you're going to add domain. After you've added the domain, it's going to appear, but it's going to be here. You're just going to right click and make primary for the actual domain. Once that is done, it still won't work because you need to have SSL. You need to have an SSL certificate installed. So to install the SSL certificate, you're going to go to SSL certificate. Let's encrypt. You're going to use your email address. I'm just going to use one for the business, and you're going to paste in your domain, and you're going to install SSL certificate. Once the SSL certificate is installed, we're going to go to incognito. We're going to paste the URL. We're going to see if it works. And it works. Now to go to your admin address, you're just going to right click here. You're going to say WP admin. Once that happens, you're going to go back to Cloudways, access details, copy and paste your email address, copy and paste your password, and you're going to log in. And there you go. All right, guys. So now that we're on the WordPress dashboard, there are a few things that we're going to have to do before we can get started with our website. So just going to go through them. The first is that you have to understand what permalinks are. This is the first thing I always do on every website. And the reason is because the permalinks basically tells search engines like Google and Bing and whoever else does search what your web page is about. So, when you go to, let's say you go to Amazon and you're searching up treadmills, if you're into fitness like I am, then you're going to look for treadmills and you might see a page appear that says amazon.com forward slash words, right? / treadmills. And the reason why this is important is because it does do a few things. It tells the search engine what your page is about, which is a little bit more valuable than amazon.com $1876 equal true, blah, blah, blah. We have no idea what that means, which brings us to the second point. Also, it tells humans what your page is about. And because they have an idea what your page is about, when it appears on the Google search engine results page, or SERP, it's going to increase the probability that it's clicked on, because they can look at the link and they can kind of tell what the page is about. So to set up our permalinks, we're just going to go to settings and we're going to scroll down to permalinks. It's set to their name by default at times, but the one that we want to use is post name. As you'll see right here, it says sample post, which is a lot more important or a lot more informative than 2024 3rd 19 sample post, etc. It's a lot better. So it's going to go ahead and save changes. Right, we're here just going to head over to general. Our site title is Zeilhan Construction. So let's go with Zeilhan Construction. Download. All right. And this icon you see right here, this thing is called a pipe. It's normally above the enter button. You press shift and enter. Shift and the button above enter with the backward slash, right? And you can get it. So there's that. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy that for the site title. We are going to change the date, set the time format, to this, and we're going to set our week to start on Sunday. I'm going to set the time zone to be where I am. I'm currently in Jamaica, guys. I need Jamaica. I'm currently in Jamaica. You guys can set it for your location, and that's going to help with, when WordPress is going to send you emails that someone bought something from your store or they requested your services, they're going to need to tell you the time. That's what WordPress is going to need to do. And this is where WordPress is going to get that time from. So this is very good for you. It's going to go ahead and save changes. And right away, I'm just going to go right here, hover, and visit site just to take a look at what we have. We don't have much going on at the moment. You see the site title has been updated, and there isn't much happening really. This is pretty much what we have. This is our website. Not much to write home about. So we're just going to change this up to have something a lot more beautiful. And how we're going to do that is we're going to work on what's called a theme and a plugin. We don't know what themes and plugins are. Very simply, the reason why this website looks like this is because of the theme. You know how iPhone looks different because it's iPhone or it's iOS and it looks different from Android. All right, it's going to be the same thing. The theme is going to influence a great deal how your website looks. It's very hard-coded structure of your website's appearance. And you can have your iPhone and you can have your Galaxy, and you can have WhatsApp installed on both phones, right? And it's going to work almost the same way, pretty much the same way. It's going to look similar. It's going to work similarly. There might be one or two features different depending on the platform, but that's neither here or there. And that's what the plugin would come in. The plugin is like the apps you install on your phone. Every phone needs a iOS or Android, needs what's called an operating system. Every website needs a theme to be activated. And after you've activated your theme, you can add features and different mods and so on by adding plugins. Or it's the same thing with an app. So plugins are like apps, themes are like the iOS and the Android of your phone. Simple, right? So how do we go ahead and change the look and feel of this website as it is right now to something a little bit more professional that we can show our friends and family, like you saw in the thumbnail? Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to our WordPress dashboard. If you are here, you just go right here and click dashboard. I'm going to leave that. On the dashboard, we're going to go to plugins, installed plugins. There are a few plugins here that we don't need. So we don't need any of these except for WP Cerber. We don't need Hello Dolly and we don't need Akismet. You might see other plugins on your dashboard at the moment. Go ahead and delete all of them. Well, you can. So it's going to bulk action delete. You can also click here and delete. Let's apply this. Okay. Now that our plugins are deleted, I'm just going to break down what this plugin is. It says WP Cerber Security, Anti-Spam and Malware Scan. This is a plugin that protects WordPress, defends WordPress against hacker attacks, spams, trojans, and viruses, malware scanner, and integrity checker, hardening WordPress with a set of comprehensive security logins, spam protection with sophisticated bot detection engine and reCAPTCHA, right? And it tracks user and intruder activity with powerful email, mobile, and desktop notifications. So this plugin adds security to our website. To add the plugin to your website, you're just going to go to add plugin, or you can go to plugins, add new plugin. It's going to take you to the same page. These are the featured plugins. You can click here and check out some of the popular plugins. All right, this is one that is very popular. We're going to be using this one today, Elementor. Yoast is also very popular, and so on and so forth. I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to install a plugin. So let's say that you want to have a plugin for your construction company. Let's see what's in here for construction. I don't know. So construction, and type in what you're looking for. You might know the plugin name that you're searching for. All right. So it says under construction, easy to use construction page and coming soon page. And I'm actually going to install this because I needed something like this to be used in the future of the tutorial. So I'm not going to activate it just yet, but to install a plugin, you click install. And once it is installed, you're going to click activate. And the feature that comes with the plugin is going to be added to your website. It's a lot like downloading and installing an app on your phone. So that's it for plugins. So now we understand very clearly that we need plugins for our website to work. But plugins work with themes. Your website always has to have a theme. You don't have to have a plugin on your website, but you need a theme. So let's learn more about themes. To get themes, you go to appearance and themes, and that's pretty much all it is. I remember I said to you that the website looks like this because of the theme. Well, this is the 2024 theme, and it's the default theme that comes with WordPress at the time of recording. As you'll see right here, we have the 2022, the 2023, and 2024. The 2023 theme, which is from last year, would look a lot like this. All right, so this is what your website would have looked like had it been installed with the 2023 theme. All right, so let me just go back. We don't need these themes. A good practice to do is when you're not using a theme or a plugin, you deactivate and delete. The reason you do this is because you don't want to keep it on your website because the code is still there. And if there's a breach in that code or a vulnerability, like your website can get hacked and malware and infections and all of that. So it's going to go ahead and remove this. So let's go to 2022 and delete because we're not going to be using these themes. We always keep one theme. So let's delete again. We always keep one theme in reserve that we're not using. And I like to keep the most recent default WordPress theme, which at this time is 2024. And the reason is because the theme that we're going to install for our use might have an issue or a bug and we need to test it, or God forbid it might stop working. We need something to fall back on. And that's all there is. So to get the theme that we're going to be using today, we're just going to go search. We're going to add new theme. And it's right here. It's called the Astra theme. And we can also type in Astra in the search box. So always do that because it's very possible that on the load page it did not appear. All right. So these are some other themes that we can go with. I'm going to go back for just a second. The theme that we tend to use is Bloxy, this one. But for this one, we're going to use Astra. So go ahead and search Astra. I'm going to go ahead right here and click on it. It's going to show you what your website could look like with Astra. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and install Astra, as it says right here. We're going to be using this theme. So let's just activate it. All right. Now that we have activated it, we need to install what's called the Astra Starter Site plugin. It says here, get started with ready-made templates. And this is where everything is going to get absolutely beautiful for us. Building a website doesn't have to be hard. With Astra Starter templates, you can easily import ready-made designs and start building your dream website in just a few minutes. The reason why I read it out for you is because it's literally saying to you that within a few minutes, you can have a beautiful website on your server. And that's powerful from just a plugin. So if you don't see this message, there's another way to get it installed. But if you see this message, go ahead and install starter templates. If for some reason you don't see this message, you just go to plugin, because remember, it is a plugin. All right, so go to plugins, you're going to add new plugin. And let me just remove the message. We're going to install Astra. All right, so let's just see what comes up. And here it is, Astra Starter Templates. Let's go ahead and install this one. Once it's installed, we can go ahead and activate. And we're going to be led to a place that's basically the setup wizard. So we're going to say build with templates. We are going to use Elementor. We can use their AI, but we're going to wait a little bit. For now, we're just going to use Cadence whenever it comes onto AI. So stay tuned. Literally, we're going to be using AI to build our websites, guys. So go ahead and subscribe for when that video goes live. All right, so right now we're on the starter sites page. All of these templates are available for use, except that the ones that are called premium, you're going to need a premium subscription to get those. And there's a way you can get them using Cloudways for just like $4 per month, which is very manageable if you ask me. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look for that starter template that we're going to be using. You can scroll through, which is the most important part at this moment. You can scroll through. And when you scroll through, you can use any of these starter templates that you want. It's going to look a little bit different in terms of the design, but what we're going to be doing from this point forward works in very much the same way for all of these starter templates. We're going to learn how to edit these templates and how to go live and everything in between. So this is the template that we're going to be using, but it's very possible that more templates are going to be added and you won't be able to see this one. So whenever you come to this page, let me show you how to find the actual template. You're going to go to business and you're going to go to realist. You're going to go to construction and the template is going to be right here. This is the one that we're going to be using. Let's go ahead and click on construction company. All right. It says choose a logo for your site. All right. So let me just go ahead and upload our logos. We can do this. Very simple. Upload files and locate it on your drive. While our logo is being uploaded, I want you to know that if you don't have a logo, you can go ahead and get a logo designed by someone from Fiverr, or you can just reach out to our team and our team will do it for you. The link is in the description. Just get a free 15-minute clarity call and we'll help you get going. All right, so here we are. Let me just reduce the size of me. I didn't realize I was this big the entire tutorial. And we're going to use this. I'm just going to use a black logo, I suppose, or let's use a white one for now. All right, so the white logo is there. And the logo width, make it a little bit bigger. All right, we're going to continue. The colors, I like to use this color, but this one is very nice as well. We could also use this because of the purple from Zeilhan, but I think that's a little bit overbearing. I don't want this, so I'm just going to go ahead with this. This seems a little bit more like the construction vibe, if you ask me. And the reason why is because there is this thing called color psychology that says that basically colors influence how we feel, and different brands or different types of brands should use different colors to make the right emotions. So we're going to learn about color psychology a little bit later in this tutorial actually, and that will help you to choose the best color for your brand and so on. So we're going to go ahead and use that, and we could change the fonts. This has Playfair, Source Sans. Let's see how this looks. This is not for construction. Poppins and Lato, this could work. Montserrat and Lato, this actually looks a little bit better. Rubik and Carlo, I could go with that. Open Sans and Work Sans. Volcorn, no, not that for sure. Meriwether, not that. And Roboto Condensed, nope. So I think I'm going to go with, Poppins looks good as well, but I'm going to go with Rubik and Carlo. Yeah, Rubik and Carlo. And continue. Oh, my name is Zeilhan. I am a WordPress expert and I'm building websites for my client. So go ahead and start build. All right, so our website has been installed. Let's go ahead and view website. So this is what we started with. And now this is what our website looks like. Just like that. Absolutely beautiful. Mesmerizing, if you ask me. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so this is our website. You can send the link, so you can copy and you can paste and share this link with your mother and your brother and your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, kids, I don't know, anyone who's even your parents, like I said. And this is your website. You might want to do a bit of editing so it looks like your business, but hey, good job. This is your website and you're ready to go. We can go ahead and look around. All the links work. All right, contact us so we know what the page is about. And we're going to do some work on this page because I don't like that there isn't a contact form on the page and the about page. All right, projects. So this is our website. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to do some edit on this as well. And yeah, all right, so let's get going, guys. So to continue in this tutorial, there are a few things that we need to do. All right, so I did say that you can share the link with friends and family. Well, here's the thing. You don't want your client at this stage to go to your website's URL and see this. It's not a bad looking website, but it's not your website. That's just the fact of the matter, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to first set up the coming soon page. And what a coming soon page means is that unless you're working on the website, you won't actually see the website. I'm just going to say to you that, hey, you know what? We're working on the website. Give us a few, be back, and the website will be up shortly. And the reason why this is important is because, like I said, this isn't your actual business's website. It's a template. I need to add in your information. Like, this is not your contact number. These are not your locations. And certainly this is not your team. All right. This is not who makes up your team. So you do need to edit this template to fit your business. And until that is finished, you don't want to show it to the world. It's like when you're constructing a large building downtown, right? So to set that up, we're just going to go back to our dashboard. I'm just go ahead and close this. All right. I don't need this anymore either. So we'll go to dashboard. We are going to go to plugins and install plugins. Under construction, I'm just going to go ahead and activate this one. And the reason is because we already found this plugin from before. Normally we use a different one, but this one should work really well. All right. So let's go to under construction and go to settings. So you can use that. All right. So here we go. The design is what we need to change. And some of these are premium, as you would realize. All right, some of these are premium, but we're going to use one of the free ones. We are going to use one of the free ones. Let's see if there is a filter. Oh no, so there isn't a filter. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the dark version of this one. So things went dark. Oh, under construction, like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and activate. All right. After we've activated it, we need to go back to main and we need to turn on under construction mode. It says prevent search engines from indexing temporary site. So let's go ahead and, okay, so that's a premium feature. All right, fine. This is a pro feature. All right, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and save changes. All right. So you see the green is there. It's on. So let's just go incognito and see what's happening. All right, this is beautiful. If you want to take this down for a few minutes so your grandma can take a look at your new website, you just go back to your dashboard and turn it off. Once it's red, you can go back to incognito and see it works. All right. And once you're finished viewing, you just turn it on again and visit site. And there we go. All right, beautiful. So now the next thing that we need to get done is we need to go ahead and add some security to our website. All right, there are a few things that you're going to need to do, a few plugins that you need to install. And at this point in the tutorial, there is something I need to understand. So here's the thing though. I could go ahead and install all the plugins, but we have a video for that already. All right. And this video is going to be very detailed, step-by-step walkthrough on how to secure your WordPress website. So I'm going to be moving a little bit quickly, so I won't be explaining as much. And the reason is because I don't want you to have to leave this video, go to that next video, and then come back here. Right? So I'm just going to go ahead and do what needs to be done. But for a detailed explanation, step by step, you're going to go ahead and watch that video. So we're just going to go to plugins, add new plugin, take myself a bit out of the way. Just going to type security. And there are a few plugins that we're going to be installing. We already have WP Cerber installed to, build, but it's part of the tutorial that you'll be watching on how to install WP Cerber. So we're going to go ahead and install Sucuri. We are going to install Really Simple SSL. And we are also going to install UpdraftPlus and install now. All right. So we're going to go to plugins, install the plugins. We're going to activate Sucuri first and foremost. And the left sidebar, we're going to go to Sucuri. Matter of fact, let's just take a detour, all users and profile. I'm just going to change the look of this just a bit. I'm going to go with this one. All right. And we're going to save. So it's going to just change the way it looks, not much. I'm going to go to Sucuri, settings, hardening. I'm going to activate everything. So we're going to apply hardening to everything. And we're going to log in. So we have to log in again. Let's go back to hardening. I don't think we can apply hardening to this. Oh, yes, we can. But we can apply website firewall protection. I'll show you. So it's just apply. It's going to say no. You need a premium license to do that. I have a premium license for my clients' sites and my websites. So we can go ahead and do that for our clients. So if you're one of our clients, which you should become, because we do offer, it's not a website that we're building. We're building you an online business. So you want a website for your business? No, you actually want sales and revenues and a better brand. And that's why you think a website is what you need. So set up a clarity call with our team, and we will help you get what you need to get to that next level of sustained success in your business. Free 15 minutes, no obligation to work with us. And yeah, so that's that. We're going to go ahead and go back to plugins, install the plugins, and we're going to install the next one. We're going to activate Really Simple SSL. So we're going to go ahead and you can go ahead and select Cloudways right here. Where is it? You can go ahead and select Cloudways, or if you're using name here, is it there? Whatever hosting you're using, you can go ahead, but I'm not going to do that. All right. Can't bother. So I'm just going to go ahead and activate SSL. And whatever can be enabled, we're going to enable. Go ahead and save and continue. That's what it is. We're going to skip all these plugins. All right. And we're going to finish. That's that. All our SSL settings have been installed. The next one that we need to install is WP Cerber, but WP Cerber is already installed here. So to install WP Cerber, matter of fact, WP Cerber is going to be in the instruction video that is linked below, how to harden your WordPress website. So go ahead and watch that video. We're going to go ahead and activate UpdraftPlus at the moment, because if I'm to do WP Cerber, it's more time spent securing a website than not actually building it, which is why you're here. So it's going to go to UpdraftPlus settings, and you're going to have daily backups. For a website like this that is static, meaning that you're not going to have a lot of changes to it, you might want to back up daily. If it's an e-commerce website, I like to back up every hour and like to keep about a month of backups. So if it's every hour, then I'm going to keep 24 backups per day for 28 days, which is 24 by 28. Well, this is just a daily backup. And for you developing, if you're going to be working on this hardcore, like all day, every day, you want to back up every 4 hours. That way, if something goes wrong, you can reload and go back, or every 2 hours. All right, then. So I'm just going to keep 3 because, not much needs to be done. All right. And save changes. Now we're going to select where we're going to save our backups, which is Google Drive. I didn't remember to do that. Save changes. We're going to sign in with Google. And now we're going to complete setup. And you do this after you've installed WP Cerber, guys. And after that's done, we just go ahead and back up now. So back up now, and that's that. So let's go ahead and back up now. So that's that. Let's go back to our dashboard. And I believe it's time for us to start building our website. Yes, so that's perfectly fine. This is just saying that we can view the site as is, even though no one else can view it. So that's what that is saying. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start with the contact us page. A few things that we're going to need for this page actually, guys. So we do see that there are a few offices. I'm going to keep that setting going. All right, so we're going to keep that in terms of let's have multiple locations. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit easier to navigate. So we're going to add navigation to this, and we're going to make it so that whenever you click get appointment or get a quote, it's going to take you somewhere. The thing that we're going to need for this though is that we're going to need to set up another page for get appointment, and we're going to have to set up a page for get a quote, and we're going to have to add navigation here. All right, that's what we're going to do. Normally, I would use a different route, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and edit. So it's going to click edit with Elementor from the page. We're going to go to contact page. So just edit with Elementor. So we can use AI while we develop this website. So we're just going to hit continue, which is good. So remember now, this is the Elementor page editor. Really very simple. There's a video in the description below of how you can learn to use Elementor to build websites. It's about 20 minutes. You can go ahead and watch that video for a detailed explanation of some things. But quite simply, you can go ahead and watch what we're doing here and get it done. Basically, you're going to have what's called a container, and within each container, you're going to have a widget. The container is this major part you see right here, and the widget are the things that you see on screen. The thing that you see in the background here, which is a background image, most likely you have a screensaver on your phone, is pretty much just editing the container that this widget is in. To know which widget you're working with, you can click right here and you'll see another container within a container, and within that container you have a heading widget. And down here you have one container, several containers within that major container. And each of them have a heading, a divider, and another container. And in each of those containers, you're going to have another container which has heading image box. And this sounds complicated, but if you click on it, it's going to take you right there. You're going to see which container is what, and it becomes a lot easier for you. All right. And the other thing that I want you guys to know is that as long as you have something on screen, you can edit it. Just right click and edit. Right click and edit. Right click, well, you can't right click the map just like that. You have to go to the little pencil right here, right click and edit. So we're going to go ahead and start editing this page. So we're going to change the background right here, first of all, because I want to have something a little bit more homey for the construction company. So I'm going to leave the text, contact us. All right. So I'm going to leave it as is. Matter of fact, I'm going to see if there's a breadcrumb widget that I can go ahead and use. Well, there is breadcrumbs, but I don't have the one I want to use. So we can add that later if necessary. So to change the background image here, it's going to edit, right click, edit container. We're going to go to style. And this is the image that's there. To get free images, guys, for your website, it's recommended, by the way, that you use personal images. So images of your team, of your company, your location, projects that you've worked on. And the reason is because if someone knows about you from, let's say, word of mouth or hearing your ad or they see something that you've done, they go online and they search you up and they land on your website. You want to have people that are associated with your company, want to have pictures and projects and so on associated with your company, so that the website visitor knows that, yes, this is the right place that I'm at, which, also ties into your brand and your logo and everything like that. And also that this is what they've done. This is how they've helped someone like me and how they can help me too. But for this project, we're just going to use stock images, free images. Remember, guys, do not, absolutely don't go to Google and type, let's say, for example, so we're going to go ahead and search some pictures here. Don't go to Google and type construction images. Don't go to Google and type construction images. Click the image and say, this looks good, and save images and put it on your website. Do not do that at all, because as you see right here, it says that this is from Adobe stock and it's licensable. All right, you see right there? And the other thing that you also have to realize that get this image on Adobe stock, license details. This is a paid image, and you're going to be out of images like this without this tag. You can't just take an image from Google because you can get sued for using them. So what you need to do is you need to go to Tools, Usage Rights, Creative Commons License. And these are images that you can reuse in your project. You also have another tab that says Commercial Under Licenses. These are images that you would pay for. So you can go ahead and click on this and then you can click through. If you want to use that image, you click on it, and you can actually buy this buy a license and get the right to use this image on your website. So you can use paid images provided you pay for them. Otherwise, you might get sued. You're most likely, well, I don't know how likely it is that you will get sued, but it's happened before, and these fines can be hefty. So it's going to go back here. I'm going to use Creative Commons license. There are some other places that you can go. You can go to Pixabay. All right, so Pixabay is one place that gets you images. You can go to Pexels. You can go to Free Pick. So Free Pick is another one. I used to like Unsplash. But it's not. It's got sold. It was what happened. It was sold to another company. I'm not sure which company it was sold to, and it's not been the same since. So I don't really use Unsplash anymore. But these are 3 websites that you can use: Pixabay, Pexels, and FreePick. So we're just going to use FreePick for this one. And I'm going to type construction company, construction workers. Let's try that one. All right, and see what appears. Ooh, this looks good. I like this one. And these are free, guys. So to ensure that it's free, you just click to license and click free. And the free ones are going to appear. All right, this looks good. I like what I'm seeing here. So I guess we can use a few of these. So let's just go ahead and grab one. Let's just look at our website again. This is the area that we're going to be working with. So I think I'm going to be using this one. All right. So let's grab this, download. You also can click right here and learn how to attribute. So for your website, what I like to do is I like to have a credits page where I have the image and the link to the image. So there's that. You can also do it this way. So there are many ways that you can go about attribution. I know this isn't the most interesting part of the tutorial, but you guys want to learn these things. Otherwise, you're going to have to go through lawsuits and stuff like that. So go ahead and download and upload to our website. A note on downloading: this image right here, you want to have a very small size. The bigger the image, the more size it's going to take up, obviously. So the bigger the dimensions of the image, like 4,000 by 2,667, the bigger the size of the image, and the slower it's going to make your website whenever your web page loads. There are requests being made to your server from your browser to get the image, to get the text, to get the color, to get the style and everything. And the bigger the image, the bigger that request is going to be, and the longer it's going to take, which means that your website is going to be slower. And if your website takes more than 2 seconds to load, you're in problem. People are going to leave. You don't like a slow website, so why should you give your visitors, your customers, your clients a slow website? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to download the medium size. I'm going to save. All right, now that we've downloaded and saved, we're going to go to Tiny JPG, or you can go to Tiny PNG. It's going to take you to the same place. Well, different place, but the same function. And you're going to upload that image and compress it. So we're uploading and compressing, and this becomes 175 kilobytes from 1.2 megabyte, which is absolutely incredible. And you're going to download. I'm going to create a compressed folder. And I'm going to save right here. We're going to head back to our website. We're going to click on the image right here. So we're going to go right click, edit container, style, click on this image, and we're going to upload files. All right, select files. And this is where our file is going to be. The next thing that we need to do before we add this image to our website is what's called image SEO. So SEO, search engine optimization, is where you optimize your web page for search terms related to your website, related to your services. Whatever it is that your customer would go to Google, or your client would go to Google and type to find your product and services, that's what you're going to optimize your website and your web pages for. This is a construction company. We are going to say Zeilhan. So company name, Zeilhan Construction, use a hyphen in between. Use common letters, not capital letters, guys. I have the mistake of using capital letters for the title here, but use common letters, Zeilhan Construction. And we're going to say Fastest Construction Company, Los Angeles. All right, I'm going to copy this. And that's going to be the title. For the alt text, I'm going to say Fastest Construction Company in Los Angeles. And I'll explain this shortly. Copy and paste in a caption and paste in a description. So when this is the title of your image, you remember that we went to Google and we typed in construction images. This image was labeled properly in terms of the title and the alt text. So the title tells the computer what it's about. The alt text is what's going to be read on screen or placed on screen if the image doesn't load or if someone can't see. So there are people who can't see and they go to your website. The alt text is going to tell them what the image is about that would be there, right? So this is very important also for the search engine because it adds more clarity about the image. So this image could be a pie. The computer isn't certain. Google isn't certain, 100% certain. But when you say it's construction workers and it's not possum pie, whatever that is, yeah, I know, right? You're gonna say, all right, this is who I should show this image to, people who are searching for the fastest construction company, or the cheapest, or the most reliable, or the best rated construction company in LA or New York or Miami or Jamaica, since I'm in Jamaica. And if it's Zeilhan Construction, which is the name here, if your company is Zeilhan Construction, then you can do something very similar with your company name, and someone searches your company name, this image is going to appear. Fact, guys, we used this very tactic to get 150,000 impressions for one of our clients in Jamaica over 2023. Just on roofing tile. One roofing tile got 150,000 impressions or 150,000 views on Google search, just because it was labeled properly. It wasn't on the website, it was on Google My Business, but it's very similar. So go ahead and do all these optimizations for search engine optimization for your image, and you're going to go ahead and import. Once it is imported, we have the position in center. Let's try top center. Not good. So center is best. All right. I don't like the color of the overlay. I want to have something a little bit darker. All right. So I'm going to change from theme color to black. All right. Or whatever that is. And that looks good. And there's that. So we're going to go ahead and update. And just like that, you've made the first edit to your website. It took a while to get there, but it's been done well. Now, we're going to have to do a bit of work on our website before we continue, because we need to set up our colors and our fonts and everything. And this is going to be an important part of the tutorial. The reason why this is important is because your branding is going to be what's going to allow you to build a relationship with your prospects and website visitors, and it's also going to allow you to charge a higher price and have brand loyalty and everything. So branding lesson, the first thing we need to have set up is our company colors. All right, so we're going to go right here, and we're going to go to site settings, and we're going to go to global colors. To set up your global colors, and you need to understand what I was talking about earlier when I mentioned color psychology. Let's just go over to Google and see what color psychology is. I already told you, but a bit of AI help doesn't hurt. All right, color psychology. Let's go to all. Color psychology is a study of how colors affect human behavior and emotions. Sounds pretty good. And it also says here that in marketing and branding, color psychology is focused on how colors impact consumers' impressions of a brand and whether or not they persuade consumers to consider specific brands or make a purchase. All right. And that sounds pretty good. So the color of your brand can influence your prospects into buying or not buying. When we go over to images, this is the image I like to use. All right. It says here that color emotion guide, color psychology, which it is. And these different colors have different emotions associated with them. So blue is trust, means that you're dependable and you're strong. And that's the color of JP Morgan and Lowe's and Dell and Oreo and HP, IBM, Facebook, or Meta. Trust, dependable, strong. We know we don't trust Meta with our data, but that's neither here nor there. That's what the color represents. It also represents calm and peace, believe it or not. So peaceful actually here is green. And that's where you get Animal Planet and Spotify. I can't believe Spotify is actually green. And you're going to have the Monster brand or BP, that's a gas company, or John Deere or Whole Foods or Land Rover for those of us who love cars, or Tropicana. And Android is actually green. And it's also growth and health. You also notice that a lot of the nature companies use green. I like to look at the balance, neutral and calm color of gray. You also get with black and white, but gray is the in-between for both of them. And you see it with CNN, with Mercedes-Benz, with Apple. I think this is Wikipedia, the New York Times, Honda, Nike, and Puma. These are also the brands that tend to use premium pricing as well. Also notice that the red, the orange, and the yellow tend to cater to the food brands. So like Nikon, UPS, those are the outliers. But any food brand you can think of, almost any food brand, they tend to have, like 95% of them tend to have a red, orange, or yellow somewhere in there. Think about it and you can bring it up. So this is what color psychology is about. But we're into construction, right? We're into construction. So we're going to be using orange on our website. So to get the colors for our website, here's where we're going to go. We're going to go to coolers.co, and it's going to give us a set of colors that we can use. Let's just go to explore trending palettes. You can use a generator, but I'm not going to be using that because it can cause seizures and in people that have epilepsy. I think that's how it's said. And I don't want to go through that for you guys. You can use it for yourself and, figure out how it works. You can sign up and sign in. I have an account, not going to sign in though. We're going to get our primary and secondary color. Our primary color is a color that's going to be the most visible on the website. Our secondary color is just going to be there as another color that we use when the primary color doesn't fit. And we're going to have an accent color that really pops and stands out from everything else. So let's go ahead and drag this window all the way beside our website. We need some oranges. So I'm going to go ahead and use these 2 oranges. So that's one, orange one. And you're going to see how this comes together in the website development process, guys. All right. All right, so there's that. And we're going to grab the next orange. So you need 2 variations of your colors, guys. You need a dark version and a light version. Go ahead and paste that there. We're also going to get our secondary color. So the secondary color of this template, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm just going to grab my own secondary color. I'm actually going to use these 2 greens. I'm going to use this dark green right here. And remember, guys, don't use too many different colors on your website. That will give you a lot of trouble. And I'm going to use this. All right. And you can see why I love coolers, because right there off the bat, I can find everything I need without having to figure out what it needs to be. Like it's right there. I can look at it and say, I like this, I don't like this. This might work, this might not work. And a lot of times I want to understand that the colors might not fit. Things might not work the first time. And that's perfectly fine. I'll show you how to overcome that trouble. So now we need the accent color. We're going to use, I don't think blue would be a good accent color. I think yellow would make a good accent color, or red. I think I'm going to use red. I'm going to use this red for our accent. If it doesn't work, like I said, we can change it in the future. So that's our accent. The next thing that we need blacks and whites. We're going to need absolute black. So let's go with black. And we click right here. And we drag this all the way down here. That's our black. And we need a lighter version of our black. I like to call it light black. You can call it black 2, just to not sound stupid, but I am perfectly comfortable sounding stupid. So I'm just going to click right here. And we're going to drag it somewhere here. Another place where you can get a lighter black is right here. So this is not a full black, neither is this. 000 is the full black, guys, like this one. So these are all lighter versions of black. You can even use this one if you like, and go back and paste. Next thing we're going to get is the white. Click right here, and all the way up, FFF is white. And then we're going to get a darker white. For that, I'm going to grab it from here, scrolling through, just looking for a white. So that's the full white. I'm going to grab this one. All right, there we go. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and update so we don't lose our changes. So let's say that you don't know which colors to use for your website. What you can do is you can go to first off, we're going to grab a Google Chrome extension that's going to teach us the colors on different websites. And that extension is called Colorzilla, Google Chrome Colorzilla. And it's going to bring us to this page. All right, so just go ahead and add this plugin or extension to your Google Chrome. And once it's added, you can type Construction Companies Miami. You are going to click on one of these. All right. Once you land on the website, let's say that you like the red that they're using here. This is not a really good website, but I guess we could show them our tutorial and they could use this template that we're building. All right, so let's say we like this red that they're using. We're just going to click on the Colorzilla thing, and it's going to give us the color. Once we click it right here, it's going to copy, and we can go right here and paste. So that's how we can get a color. Now, the next thing that we need is the fonts. All right, so we're just going to type best fonts construction companies. All right, so best fonts for construction companies. And here's a link. And we're going to scroll through. It says Riven, free. All right. And it says Nonchalance or Montserrat. We have Montserrat available, Moderna as well, Luxury. So these are all fonts that look really well, that goes really well with your construction website, construction company website. So we're just going to go ahead and look if we have Riven available. So we're going to go back here and we're going to go back and we're going to go to global fonts. Our primary, we're going to search for Riven. It's not there. I know Luxury was another one that was mentioned. It's not there. I'm not going to go ahead and show you how to install custom fonts. That's advanced. We're not going to go advanced. But I do know that Montserrat was available. Montserrat. All right. So here's Montserrat. You know, you're going to notice that this is going to change. So let's go to Montserrat and notice it changes. All right. And just like with your images, you want to have at most 2 or 3 fonts. I prefer 2 fonts on my website because every time the website loads, every time the web page loads, we have to load all the scripts for those fonts, and that slows the website. So I'm going to go ahead and use Montserrat again, right here. And we're going to use Montserrat for the body. And for the accent, we are going to use Roboto. All right, then. So that's that. But I'm not going to save those changes. I like the font that I had before, so I'm just going to leave it. All right. So I'm going to discard. All right, then. So that's that. The next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to learn how to get the font from a website. So we're just going to go to another website versus the one we went to just now. Let's go to Origin Construction. On the Origin, so this is a construction website that I like. This looks beautiful. I don't know if it's very functional, but let me just go to the About page and see what happens. All right, this looks beautiful. So what we're going to do is to find the font that they're using on this website. We're going to go to Google Chrome and we're going to look for, or we're going to search for what font Google Chrome extension. And we're going to click on this link and we're going to add it to Chrome and activate. Once it's activated, we're going to go back to the website that we want to learn the font that they're using. All right, this is a website and we're going to click right here and it's going to tell us, oh, this is WorkSense. And I actually like how this looks. And this ties into the brand of this company. You can see very clear that it's the black, white, and grays that they're using. There aren't any overarching colors like orange or green and so on. And this also tells you that this is going to be a premium solution. So we have WorkSense here. Let's see if we actually have WorkSense for our website available. Site settings, global fonts, and let's look for WorkSense. And WorkSense is available and it does look good. So I'm going to go ahead and use WorkSense and WorkSense. And for this, I'm going to keep Roboto. All right, then I'm going to update. I'm going to go back. Typography, not much to do right here, except that we're going to change the color of links to orange. And we're going to update. We're going to leave everything as is, I suppose. And that's that. So we're going to close right here. We can go to editing our website, but before we do that, we're going to check on one last thing to finish up our colors and so on. So we're going to go here and we're going to exit. We're going to exit to this post and apply. And we're going to leave. All right, now we're going to go back to the WP dashboard. Cancel. Let me just go ahead and update this page and show what we did was saved. And we're going to go back to the WP dashboard. We're going to go to Appearance and Customize. Under the Customize tab, we're going to go to Global and we're going to go to Typography. And the body font right here is Carla. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to WorkSense. So this is for the theme. What we were working on just now is for the plugin Elementor. So the global colors and the global font for the theme is right here. It's going to go on WorkSense. All right, for the body font and the heading font, WorkSense again. I remember we selected Rubik and Carla when we were installing the starter template from the theme, all right? Just gonna go ahead and use WorkSense. So I'm gonna go with Rubik. So I'm gonna keep Rubik and WorkSense right here for the heading, all right? And the H1, they're gonna all inherit, and there we go. So I'm gonna publish, and we're gonna go back, We're going to take a look at our colors. This is our global color palette. This is from the theme, remember I was saying. And remember, our accent is not orange anymore. It's going to be this red right here. So I'm going to go ahead and change that for the accent. And you're going to notice that it changes across the website. And you're going to notice a change. The theme color remains the same. The headings, we could use the green for headings. We're going to let it stay, the borders and so on. The site background and everything stays the same. So we're not going to make too many changes, but I can show you what happens if you do make changes. All right, so we're going to use our set of oranges that we had. So the oranges that we used were these two. So it's going to be our darker orange, which is this one. And notice the change. And we're going to use the lighter orange for the lighter one, which is this one. And notice it's going to change. All right, so you notice it got a little bit richer. All right, all right. So notice everything that's happened. And we're going to publish. And that's that really, guys. So now that we've completed all of this, we can head over back to our contact page and we can start editing our contact page. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to edit the website footer while we're here. So we're going to go back and we're going to go back. We are going to go to Footer Builder. Drag myself out of the way. What you're seeing right here is everything down here corresponds to what is here. So this part down here, copyright, construction company, is going to be copyright right here. So I'm going to click right copyright and current site title. Site title should be Zeilhan construction. It's going to go ahead and remove that. Zeilhan website tutorials. That's what we're going to do. And these are the socials. Let's go ahead and add YouTube because you're watching this tutorial on YouTube. And just add YouTube. It's easier this way. Add social icon. And we're going to change it to the top. There we go. And we can show a little, but that's just going to be nasty. Nobody wants that. All right. Alignment, and we're good. The next thing that we can look at is right here. So just click the pencil. Whatever it is that you want to edit, you notice whenever you hover, there are pencils that appear. You click on the pencil. All right. So it's going to click on this pencil right here, and you can go ahead and edit this part. You can click on this right here, and you can go ahead and edit this part. We got it. We don't need this. All right. So let's go ahead and delete that. And we are going to grab an image. We're going to choose from the media library, and we're going to choose this one from the media. No, we're going to choose, yes, let's choose that. See if the purple works in the background. It does. All right. I'm going to go ahead and select right here, and we're going to customize and change the background color. So the background color is already absolute black, it seems. Or I can use, that's ugly. So absolute black, that works well. And we're going to go right here and design. We're going to use a different background color. And this is where our dark black would come in, light black. So let's go ahead and select that. Don't want it to be as dark. All right, and that's good. I'll just go ahead and use it as is. And there we go. That's how you go ahead and edit. We're just going to click right here again. We need to add a text widget or paragraph widget. And we're just going to say opening hours, address, contact. All right. All right. And all right. So hold shift and enter to keep the line spacing like that. We can go ahead and edit by just clicking like that. Need to change this to white. That's what I need to do. And the text and the color is going to be white. All right. And we're going to publish. So you can go ahead and set your opening hours, your address, and your contact, and that fits in nicely. Oh, that is already right here. So you can add some other information here, etc., etc. And that's that. Now we can go ahead and get to finishing up our contact page. So let's just go back to, we're already on the pages. So pages, all pages, contact us, edit with Elementor. We're going to right click, edit container, style, background overlay, and we're going to use our black. Notice this is the Elementor colors. So let's use black, and that's good. We can increase or reduce the opacity. That's good. And we're going to update. We have one office in Canada, one in Denver, one in Marlborough. We're going to go ahead and make this a little bit more easily navigatable. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by, so I'm just move myself out of the way. We have 3 locations. So I'm going to go over here check out the widgets. I want list icon or icon list. I'm going to drag it right here. So we can go inline. Now let's let it remain full width. We're going to change it to inline right here. We'll go to style and we are going to center. We're going to go back here, icon, change this icon. I'm going to put a map pin. All right, it's going to get this map pin and we're going to delete the others. We're going to duplicate this twice. The first is going to be the Canada. The next is going to be, I think it was USA. Do Denver, USA. I think it's Malmo, Sweden is the next. And Sweden. So those are the locations that we have. Now, what we need to do is we're going to need to have, so I'm going to put Toronto, Canada, just so it's uniform. All right. So those are the locations that we have. We're going to need to add links to these locations so that whenever you click on each location, it takes you to the specific map. All right, so this right here is going to edit this container. Go to advanced, and we're going to go to CSS class. So we're going to type, all right, and I'm going to go back to Toronto, Canada right here, and I'm going to put hash Canada, and I'm going to go like this. And once I click here, it's going to take me to the Canada location. All right, let me show you what I mean because it's not being shown as how I want it yet. So I'm just going to go over to Denver. I'm going to click right here for the container for Denver, edit container, advanced CSS class, and I'm going to type Denver. And for the container class for Malmo, I'm going to edit and I'm going to type Malmo. Now I understand I used Canada, I should have used Toronto, shouldn't I? So I'm going to go Malmo. All right. Now I'm going to go right here and I'm going to change from this to add Denver. And we're going to add, and by the way, guys, this has now become a link once I add the URL. And as you notice, the color has changed, and that's because we set the default color for links to orange. All right, so notice it's not clickable, it's clickable. And now when we add the hash, it's going to become clickable. All right, so this is Malmo. Yeah, so that's good. All right, and we need to style this just a bit, our text. All right. We're going to change the weight to 600. I don't need a shadow, so let's just remove the shadow. And there we go. That looks like a good size. Let's try 18. All right. Now the icon, we need to put some space between them. And come on. All right. Let's try 5. And the size. Okay. Now the list, we need some space between them. All right, that way, that's not enough. So I'm just use emphasis. That's going to give us a bit more space. All right, that looks good. And the text, when we change the color to hover, we are going to use lighter orange. All right, and that's going to look beautiful. So is that the wrong place? We should move it from CSS class to the CSS ID. I was wondering why it didn't work. All right, so let's just click. And you see it takes us. So it's a CSS ID we need. So we're just going to go ahead and edit this. Edit container, advanced. Come on. Edit container, advanced. Change to the CSS ID. And we're going to do the same for this container, advanced CSS ID. So that makes this area clickable. All right. Now, that helps us with our navigation. The next thing that we need, so let's go ahead and save our changes. The next thing that we need to ensure that whenever we hit get appointment, all right, it's going to lead us to a page where they can get an appointment. And I'm also not very fond of the idea that our contact us page doesn't have a contact form. I don't like that. So I'm going to have an appointment page, which is going to be the same thing that this get a quote is going to lead to. So get a quote and get appointment is going to go to the same page, but we also need to have a contact form on our contact page. So we're going to add it right here, right under this that we just created. Matter of fact, let's just change the color of the icon because that would be good. Let's just keep it full black for now, actually. Or let's just change it to the accent red. All right. This is the better design, I know. That's the better design. So we're going to get a contact form set up. Just going to go back to our WP dashboard. So we're going to go right here. We're not so the plugin that we have installed, we have WP form installed. No? Where is it? WP form. So we have WP forms installed, but we're not going to use this plugin for our forms. We've always used WP form. So let's use another form plugin. We're going to go right here and add a new plugin, and we're going to install Fluent forms. Contact form plugin. So this is it. And we're going to activate. And we're going to go right here to Fluent forms. And we're going to do forms. So we have a contact form and a subscription form. Let us just preview the contact form. All right, this looks good. All right. So it's going to go ahead and edit the contact form. So we have first name, last name. I think I'll just change this to name. All right. So we'll go ahead and delete that. It's going to be name, and it is required. We have the email field. We are going to keep that required. Okay. We're going to have the subject. So we're going to keep that required as well. And we also need the message to be required. And that's it for our form. We don't need to change anything else, but I'm just going to rename it contact form 1, just in case we create another one in the future. Unlikely, but sure. All right, so contact form 1. So we have name, email, subject, and your message. And then after that, we are going to, I'm going to save form and go to settings and integration just to ensure that it's going to be sent to the right place. So settings. So the confirmation type, we are going to keep on the same page, and we're going to say thank you for your message. I'll just keep this as it is. All right. We are going to, after form submission, we're going to add the form. All right. Or actually, let's reset the form. That's good. And we're going to keep everything else as is. These are all pro features, I believe. All right. And email notification. We're going to add a notification. The name is contact notification. Okay. Send to, I'm going to use the admin email, and I'm going to say new contact. All right. So that's what it's going to be. Email body. We're going to say you have received from. We're going to add shortcode, name, message, hyphen. I'm going to add another shortcode for the message. And that's where we go. So that's that. We're going to save the notification. It is also enabled. And we don't need any of these things just now. We're going to go ahead and copy. So notice it's copied. We can we can preview just again. All right, so this is good. So we're going to close that. We're going to go back to pages, all pages. We're going to go to contact us, edit with Elementor. All right, so now that we edit with Elementor, here's what we're going to do. We are going to, two ways we can go about it. The easiest way is to duplicate this container. All right, and then we'll have both of them. But I don't want to do it that way. I want to do a different design. So let's go ahead and delete. We're going to grab this container. All right, and we're going to drop it right there. We're going to edit this container. So we're going to go ahead and add another container. Left to right. I'm going to add an image. Just click right here and add an image. And gonna click right here and we're gonna add a shortcode. Going to paste this in the shortcode. So I need to get my shortcode again. So I'm just gonna update, and we're gonna head back to Fluent form just so we can get that shortcode. I'll go right here. We're gonna go to Fluent forms, all forms. The shortcode is right here. Just copy it, and that's that. All pages, contact us and edit with Elementor. All right. So then now I go right here and right here. This is the one that I need. Container. This container. And we're gonna go to the shortcode and we're gonna paste. Okay. Now this is what we're gonna do. Advance with full width 100%. All right. And this is good. So what I think I should do is I should put 2 containers within this container and change the flow of the direction. So I'm going to go ahead and update this. I'm going to head over back here. I'm going to look for a construction picture, construction site. I am going to, the dimensions of these images is not what I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and search settings. Nope. Orientation, vertical, that's what I'm looking for. Vertical. All right. This looks good. So this is what I'm going to go with. And I'm going to download and download. Remember, whenever you download your image, to always optimize it in tiny PNG. All right. So I'm going to click right here and upload. After you upload your picture, always add image SEO, like we said. And then we're going to paste. All right. So now, just going to go with medium size. All right. So here's the problem that I think I'm having. I want to add a text widget above the shortcode, but look what's going to happen. It's going to go beside it. All right. Or heading, right? It's going to go beside it. So that won't work. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to have this image in a container and have the other in another container. We're going to go ahead and edit this container. The flow of data is going to be horizontal. I am going to duplicate this right here. Within this one, I am going to delete this. And within this one, I am going to delete this. I am going to fill the space. All right. And then now, within this container, the flow of information is going to be vertical. And we're going to just go right here. We're waiting to hear from you. The size is a bit much, and that's not enough. So let's just, okay. We're going to get a text editor. I'm just going to say complete. Complete and submit the contact form below to speak to our team. That's good. That's good. I am going to edit this container, and I'm going to zero out the margin and the padding. That's a little bit more full. And there we go. Now I'm going to add some space, margin and padding. Space outside of the element is margin, space within the element is padding. For more detailed explanation, there are 2 videos on margin and padding below in the description. One literally titled Elementor Margin and Padding Explained, and the next one is Learn Elementor in 20 minutes. So I'm not going to explain what those are too much, since we have already explained them. I'm going to use emphasis, and I'm going to go to about 5. And the bottom, I'm going to go, I don't need 5, I need 3. And there we go. It feels a lot like I should reverse these columns. So I'm just going to go row reversed, and that's what that's going to do for us. And that makes it a little bit. All right, now this isn't as beautiful, so I'm just going to click right here, edit container, and we are going to center. All right, so that's beautiful. And yeah, so that's it. Submit your name, email, and message. All right, so this looks good. And then we have our offices. So we need to add a link, right? So we're going to have to create another form. But I'm not going to create a form just yet, because what we've done right now, we have our contact page, contact us. All right, that's good. And we've changed the image and everything. Now we also have the form right here. We didn't have the form. It looks like there's a bit too much space between the form and text editor. So I'm going to just zero out the margin and let's use a negative margin in the bottom. All right. Negative 15 should be good. All right. Go on. We're waiting to hear from you. And that's good. That's good. So we're also going to need to have a divider. So it's going to go ahead. I'm actually just going to copy this divider right here. And I'm going to paste it right here and see if it lands where I want it. I don't think it did. All right. So that's not where I want it. I want it right beneath shortcode. And beneath this container. All right. So we have two dividers. That's not how I want it. So I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate. After I duplicate, I'm going to remove this column and this column. And then I'm going to move this divider here. All right. So I'm going to move this divider in this container. All right. And I'm just going to delete this container. Delete. And that's that. And I need to edit the divider now. So it's going to have a smaller gap, I believe. It's advanced. All right, the padding at the top, that's what I need to remove. All right, that's removed. And I'm going to change the color to orange. All right. So that's good. That's good. That's good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have to have a link placed here where when you click get appointment, it takes you to the actual get quote. So get quote and get appointment. When you click those buttons, it's going to take you to the actual location to set up an appointment. But first, we're going to have to do what's called setting up our responsiveness of our website. Responsiveness basically says, all right, whenever you view the website, let's save. Whenever you view the website on tablet, on a smart TV, on a desktop, there's a 27-inch monitor in front of me, actually. You might be viewing it from a 35-inch, 42-inch, or maybe a 12-inch. Whatever the case might be, whatever size screen you're using, the website still loads and look beautiful. That's what responsiveness is. So here's what we're going to do to get responsive. There's an icon right here at the bottom. It says responsive mode. Let's just click on that. All right, we're going to click on the mobile. And this is what our website is going to look like on a mobile device. All right. So there's some changes that we need to make. So I'm just going to go ahead and edit icon list and the layout. We're going to go to style. The alignment mobile portrait is left align, and the space between. Also, we're not having one space between on that. The text icon, need to reduce the gap, the size, and the vertical position. Okay, that's good. I need to change the space between the list icons is what I need to do. There needs to be some more space between them. Let me see if I change to default, if that's going to work. Yeah, it does. But the default change, notice, doesn't say for mobile only. So if you go back to desktop, it's going to be changed for desktop as well. So we can't use default. We have to keep this in line. There is another way that we could go about this. All right. We could go ahead and duplicate this. And for this one, We're going to go to responsive. I'm going to hide on desktop and hide on tablet. This is only going to show on mobile. So for the mobile version, we're going to change it to this. And there's going to be enough space now. Just going to go ahead and reduce the space between. And for this one, we're going to edit icon list. We'll go to advanced, responsive, hide on mobile, show on desktop and tablet. And once you go right here, only this one is going to be shown. Beautiful, right? Then the next thing that we're going to have to look at is we're going to go right here. We're going to edit container. And here's the thing. We don't need to show the image on the tablet, on the mobile, because when you show it on the mobile, it's going to take up a lot more space. The website is going to be a little bit slow. So it's going to go to advanced, and we're going to go to responsive, and we're going to hide it on the mobile. So no image on the mobile, because we're going to load some maps down below. We need to change the size of our text. So let's just go and let's see if 16 pixels work. Still a little bit small. We're waiting to hear from you. And line height and letter spacing and center. Complete and submit the contact form below to speak to our team. And style, size 14 is good. And let's just justify this. All right, this looks good, this looks good, this looks good. So we don't need so much space. All right, so just go ahead and edit containers, and we don't need so much space beneath. All right, and let's edit this as well. Let's just see if we can find where the space is at. All right, let's try this one. Edit container, advanced. We don't need the space right here on mobile. All right, so that's good for now. So now we have Canada office, and there's that. That looks good. Denver office, that looks good. And Malmo office, and that looks good. And I also want you to realize that once you scroll up, all right, if you click on it, all right, let's just fix this terrible spacing that's just beneath this element right here. Let's see if that fixes it. There is a big gap right there that I don't need. So edit container, advanced. All right, so it's going to go ahead and remove that. All right, so that's a little bit closer. Probably a little bit too close for comfort. So let's just add 2. See how that is. 2 is a little bit much. Let's try 1 emphasis. And that's good. So yeah, what I want to realize is that if you click Malmo, Sweden, it takes you to the Malmo, Sweden office, all right? And you can get appointment. All right, so that's good. We're just going to go to our tablet version and sure everything is all right. So let's go ahead and do it like this. We are waiting to hear from you. I think that's a little bit too big. So let's just go ahead and change the size on that one. All right, let's see how this goes. I think we should get it on one line, shouldn't we? All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and reduce the size just a bit. Let's see if 20 works. All right, 8, 19 works. We're waiting to hear from you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to center this image in the container by doing this. And nope, we're going to go to layout for that. And we're going to go with center. And we're going to go with center. All right, so that's that. That is beautiful. And yeah, that looks good. If we click Malmo, it does take us to Malmo. All right, and we're scrolling through. I don't like how this blank space here looks, guys. It just looks a little bit barren. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make some changes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and edit container. And I'm going to say for tablet is going to be row horizontal. No, has to be this. But edit container to, let's try 30%. I'm going to edit this container to 50. All right. And then let's try to see if when we change this, it goes, there we go. All right, so now we just need to edit this container from 30 to 50% at most, because this container is 50 and this container is 50, and that's how it's going to be. So that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste style just to speed up our work, and paste style. And then we're going to copy and we're going to paste style here. And we're going to paste style here. And then we are going to copy here and we're going to paste style here. Ooh, that looks terrible. What on earth happened? All right. Edit container and row horizontal, and edit container and row horizontal. So this looks good. All right. So I think that's it for now. All right. That looks good, I suppose. For our uniform. So we just need to create so that's it for responsive, guys. So what we need to do now is we need to create another get appointment form. A form that says whenever you click on get appointment, it takes you to a page to set up an appointment. You can see an absurdly large amount of white space here. So we're gonna edit, click and edit container, advanced. And let's just do the padding and the margin. That's not what we need. Let's check if this one and do that. And yep, that works. So let's add some to the bottom and add negative margin to the top. And that looks good. That looks good. Let's go to the desktop. All right. And let's go to the mobile. All right. So now we need to set up a form. And you know how to set up forms, but after we create this form, we're going to create a page for that form. And the form we're going to be creating is a get appointment form. So it's going to go right here and we're going to exit to the WordPress dashboard. Once we exit, we're going to go back here and we are going to go to Fluent Forms, new form. And let's see if there's a template of some sort. Yes, let's choose a template. All right. Conversational form. All right, let's do a conversational form for this one. And you're going to like the conversational form. It's really beautiful, guys. So let's just go ahead and create a conversational form. All right, here it goes. Your name, email. We're not going to use the subject. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this one. We're going to need a drop-down box. All right. So we're going to go to drop-down box and we're going to change this to the location, because remember they have 3 locations. The first one is Toronto, Canada. Guys, if I don't spell Toronto right, I am sorry. Is Toronto with 1 R or 2? I don't know. Next one is Denver, USA. And the next one is Malmo, Sweden. Malmo, Sweden. All right. So those are our locations. We are going to, so this is a request project. So we're going to need to have another drop down. All right. So we're going to go to input fields and we're going to have another drop down. No, actually we're going to have, we don't need this drop down because what I want to ask is their budget. So we're going to need a simple text area. What is your budget for this project? Budget. All right. And the placeholder text is going to be, what is your budget for this project? All right. And right here for your query, I'm going to change it to project details. The project details, these are all required. Yes. Required. So we'll ask your name, your email, your location, and we should also ask their address, because if it's construction, then we're going to need to know their address, right? So it's going to add the address field, and we just need address line 1, address line 2, and city and country. Okay, so that's good. Name, email, address, location. Address should be mandatory, shouldn't it be? Let's check if we have a way to make it required is what we want. So we have to select required for both of them. So you need to at least enter the address line 1. All right. So we need to at least address line 1. We need the city, and we need the country. All right. And that's because you might be living in, let's say, Switzerland, and you request the Malmo office for service. So we don't know. So yes, that's that. Location, budget, project details, submit. And we're going to change our submit button, the color. How do we change the color of our submit button? Orange. Yeah, we have orange on our website. You could go custom and then use your own, but I'm just going to use a custom orange that they have right here. And I'm going to say submit project request, just for you to see that you can actually change the text on the button, guys. Submit project request. All right, I'm going to use a custom color because I think I can do better. All right, so the background color is going to be like that. The hover state is going to be like this. The text color is going to be like that. And the border is going to be a little bit darker. All right, okay. And the normal state, the border color is okay. And there we go. This looks good. This looks good. Won't change anything else. All right. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing for our button. And yeah, it's going to save form. We're going to copy the form. So here's the interesting thing. We just copied the Fluent form shortcode. No, because we have to do the settings and the integration. All right. So thank you for your message. We'll contact you. Just gonna go ahead and save this. I'm gonna copy. So this is a copy. This is a conversational form, which means that I'm just gonna go to construction company and visit site. And we go to contact us. So we worked on our contact us page. This is our contact us page. This form is not going to work and look the same way this one looks, which we can change the text color of this one. So let me show you what's going to happen. So let's go back to our dashboard. We are going to go to pages. We're going to add new pages. This page is going to be called request project. I'm just going to go ahead and publish this page. I want to edit with Elementor, but I'm pretty sure I can use Gutenberg for this. I'm just going to go ahead and use Gutenberg shortcode. I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste. I might change this in the future. Go ahead and update and let's view page. So if you notice what's happening here, you have to complete this section. Let's say Jabez from Zeilhan. That's who I am. And okay. And then you get to the next part of the form. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and edit page. All right. Just want to make this a full page. So we're just going to go to Astra settings and disable elements. We're going to disable all these elements. We are going to make it unboxed. The container is this one. And we're going to update. Let's just view the page to see if it's completely fully. So it is, but I don't like the way it looks. All right, I don't like the way it looks. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, let me just try this and see what happens. So I mean, this could work, but I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep those activated. I'm going to go with the default setting and I'm going to update. Matter of fact, I'm going to delete this shortcode. I'm going to update. Once it's updated, I'm going to edit with Elementor. When you get the shortcode, we're going to paste. All right, it seems like I didn't properly reactivate the header and the footer. I'm just going to go right here and page layout, Elementor canvas, and update. And let's now preview the changes. All right, so there's that. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to change this to Elementor full width. And you're going to see the changes here. All right, update. I'm going to go to edit page because we need to reactivate. We need to reactivate the header and the footer. So let's go right here. Sidebar. Nope. Disable elements. Just going to reactivate these. Advanced settings. Nope. All of those. And close. And let's update. Let's view page. Let's view page. All right. So there's that. Here's what we need to do now. We're going to go to contact us. We are going to edit with Elementor. Right here. Update. We're just going to reload since we changed the settings. And we're going to close this page. All right, so we're doing a few things. We're moving a little bit quickly, but I hope you just get what I did. If you don't get what I just did, just go ahead and rewind and go again. We're going to copy this entire section. All right, and we're going to go ahead and paste. All right, and this is what it's going to go. We need to change this to request project. All right, this shortcode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here, here. We are going to add a heading. This heading is going to be centered. I'm just going to say project request form, project request. I'm going to add a divider. This is one of my older design styles, but I think it works right here based on the design of the website. We are going to just make it, well, it's already good. So we're going to go ahead and just make it a little bit heavy for you to see it. We are going to center. We're going to change the size. All right. We're going to go back to style. We're going to change the weight to 1. We're going to reduce the gap. We're going to reduce the size once more, the width just a bit. We need pixels, not percentage. All right. All right. And the gap, we're going to change the color to this one right here. And the shortcode that is right here, we're just going to drag it all the way down here. So the shortcode is there. We don't need this anymore. We're going to delete that. We're going to edit container, advanced. We're going to add some padding, emphasis. All right, so 4 and 2 at the bottom. And we're going to update. We need to get our transparent header set up. All right, so let's see what's happening here. Settings. We need transparent header. So let's just go right here, exit. So right here we have a transparent header, right? So what I want us to do is just take a look at that. Container, transparent header enabled, and we're going to update. And let's just view page, see if that works. All right, so it works. Request a project. All right, request a project request, and it's right here. You can enter your name. All right, so I'm going to do some more design with this. So I'm going to edit with Elementor. We need some space beneath this. And I'm going to make the background dark so that the form is white and it's beautiful. Guys, you're going to love what's going to happen. Let's just go ahead and leave. Let's just go ahead and edit with Elementor once more. Once we edit with Elementor, here's what we're going to do. Edit container, advanced. We're going to add 4 padding to the bottom. Style, background. Change the background to our light black. Let's try the green. No, we don't need a green. I don't think we're even going to use the green. So just use a light black. All right. Change this to white. And that's beautiful. Let's just change this to our green. All right. There we go. And that's that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change this to full width. No, I'm just going to keep it boxed actually. Right here. All right, so that's that. This looks good. You don't see it yet. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to change the background image. So let's go back to pixels. And this time we don't need, because remember we changed the vertical, we need horizontal images. And let's just look up engineers. This looks good for our engineer architect plan. Just download, and save. Remember to optimize your image. All right. We're going to go back here. We're going to edit container, style, background, upload file, select file. Now remember image SEO. So it's going to say Zeilhan, hire us. And I'm going to change the alt text to hire the. I'm going to do that. And we're going to paste. And we're going to paste. And we're going to select. And we're going to edit. That looks beautiful. I like what I see here. Let's try top center again. See if it works this time for us. Nope, center is as best as we're going to do. And that's that. And we update. Let us now view changes. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this section to a full page. All right. So I'm just going to say edit container layout. And the content width is, no, I think it's the height that I need to change. The mean height. Because I need it to fill the entire screen, right? Okay, I think that's it. $1,040 should be good. And then we're going to make everything in the center. I don't know if this is going to look good, but let us see. And let's go right here. Project request. Yes, so it looks kind of good. All right. It looks kind of good, doesn't it? It looks kind of good. I think I like this. I'm going to let that stay as it is. All right. So that's that. All right. So here's what we need to do next. So we're going to go ahead and we're not going to go to exit. We're not going to go to exit. We're not doing that this time. We're going to go to view page. All right. So this is the page that we're on. We haven't done the responsive version just yet, but we'll get there. It's going to copy. And we're going to go to the contact us page. On the contact us page, we're going to edit with Elementor. Once we edit with Elementor, we are going to change these buttons links to request a project. Control V to paste, request a project. Or you can just type request a project and it will appear, or request a project. And update. We're going to go ahead and we're going to view page. It's going to take us right there. So get appointment, takes us there. We need to change the link in the header and then we can work on the responsive version of this page. So let's just go back to customize from right here. Instead of going with the footer builder, this time we're going to work on the header builder. All right. So here's how we're going to do that. We're going to go to header builder. Wow. And we need to change. Let me just move myself out of the way. We need to change this icon or this element. They're all elements, not icons. We're going to change this element. We're just going to see hover, see a pencil. We're going to click on it. It takes us right to it. Highlight and paste. And that gives us what we need. This is a bit brash around the edges. It's sharp. Meanwhile, all our other buttons are a little bit rounded. Just going to go ahead and design border radius. And we're going to add, let's see, 5 pixels. And we're going to link it. All right, 5. And that's a little bit rounded around the edges. We're going to change this right here, make a call. I'm going to change it to call us. All right. And we're going to copy this number. We're going to highlight all of this text and we're going to click a link and we are going to type call. So stupid Grammarly is in the way. Call to colon and we're going to paste the number without the space, without the parentheses, and without the hyphen. And that's going to become a link now. It's going to input that call to. So that means that whenever they click this this link is going to take them, it's going to basically open the call app on the phone and automatically dial this number. So that's what that's saying. It's a little bit dark, so we can just highlight it and we can change the font color, text color. We can use our light orange, or we can use, it's maybe an opportunity to use our green, but I wouldn't say so because nowhere else on the website is green at this stage. All right. Or we can go to design, text color. The link color is this one. All right. And hover color is going to be this one. All right. So there's that. We can also add another one for email us, zeilhanco@gmail.com. And for this, we're going to copy that and we are going to highlight the entire thing. And we are going to add a URL. It's going to be mail to, and we're going to paste and input. And let's just highlight this, text color. Let me just remove the text color from this and remove the text color from this. And they're both the same. All right. And that's good. That's beautiful. Again, we're just going to edit our social icons. We are going to add YouTube because you are watching this on YouTube. We are going to, nope, wrong place, right over here. See, even the best of us make mistakes at times. And this is where you would add a URL to your YouTube channel. All right, so that's that. That looks beautiful. I like what we have going on right here so far. I might want to just make the logo a little bit bigger, you know, and yeah. And we also had something really good going on for us in the footer, and we're just going to leave that as is. Let's go ahead. So yeah. So now we're going to have to do the responsive version for this. So let's just close this right here. And we're going to edit with Elementor. The responsive version is going to be very easy, just some spacing. All right. So we're going to go ahead and click the responsive mode. We're going to go to tablet, edit container, and the main height is not going to be that much. Let's try 700 pixels. Okay. So that looks good. And for the tablet, okay, that looks good. And we update, and that looks good. All right, that looks good. And we'll update. That looks good. We are good so far. Let's just exit, because the next page we're going to work on rather quickly is the About page. I'm not going to do too much on the About page, guys. I'm just going to go to About and edit with Elementor. So we're going to have another image, all right? It's going to go back and see what we can use about us engineers. Not particularly finding what we're looking for. So let's go over to Pixabay and, Pixels. So let's just try. Yes, I think we're just going to go with that one just to save ourselves some time. If you guys are building from your own, so let's go right here. This SEO tool can save for this site. Let's go right here and we're going to download a medium-sized one. Go back here, edit, container, style, background, click, upload files, and select a file. We're going to select 4. Remember that you should always compress your image. And once you compress your image and you upload, image SEO, and then you add it to your website. All right, about us. What I want to do is I want to just copy the same style from the contact us page. So it's going to go right here and we're going to click edit with Elementor. Once we've done that, we're going to copy and we're going to paste style. And once we paste that, we're going to edit and we're just going to change back to the proper image. I'm going to try bottom center. All right, this looks good. That looks more memorable. Now, what we have going on here, let me just go out of the way. All right, guys. We have about us. We are leading international company in the world. So what you can do, you can add your own information here. And some of the information I recommend you add is who you are, why you got started, who it is you've helped before, and why it is that you are the best person to help this person that's looking at your about page. Because the thing about your about page, guys, really important, is that whenever someone visits your about page, it is because they have an interest in working with you. They have an interest beyond just looking at your services. They want to know more about you personally. And that's where you add that touch. You can add a video sales letter. A good way to go about that is to just add a section. I'll actually do it right at the top, right here. So I'm just do it right here and add a section, flexbox, container like this, and like that. And we're going to click and click and click, and we are going to edit and say a message from our director to you. And we also had the design. So if you look at the about page, we have this right here, like a subheading, then the major heading. If you look at the about page, I have a subheading, then the major heading. So it's going to copy and keep that going. We're going to paste. Then we are going to drag it above. All right. We are going to center. And we're going to say Zeilhan construction was started to help you. And we're just going to put that in quotations. All right. Zeilhan construction was started to help you. We need some spacing. So any container size and padding, space within. We're just going to use emphasis to make it easier. We are going to space, 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 and space, space. That's a bit too much space. All right. The next thing that we're going to need is the video element. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and add another container beneath here. I'm going to make the flow of the information left to right. And right here, I'm going to, matter of fact, let me just keep it default, because I have another design idea in mind. Just going to grab and drag this right here. And then we're going to add a button. All right, this button is going to say view full video. And it goes right here. Text click here is going to say watch full video. And here's what we're going to be doing now. We need to change the background, style, background. I'm going to use the darker white. Actually, let's just use the white overall. Watch full video. I need to add some curve on this button. So just add the border radius, add 5. All right, round it just a bit. I'm going to go over to our YouTube channel, guys. This is where we're going to be moving from. So I'm just copy this. All right, we're just going to say this is our video. So just copy. And we're going to bring it just. All right. So we're going to go edit video. We are going to input the link. We don't need autoplay. We leave it mute. We're not going to loop. Player controls are going to show modest branding, no. Privacy mode, no. Lazy load, yes. And suggest videos from the current channel, sure, why the hell not. And from here, watch the full video. We're just going to put the actual link, and that will take them to the YouTube channel. Zeilhan Construction was started to help you. You post your video to YouTube and you grab the link and post it here, is what I'm saying, guys. And then your video is going to appear. We have right here. So we need another form, because our website needs to work for us 24/7. So we're going to put right here a lead generation form. It's going to go right here, and we're going to exit. We're going to create another Fluent form. And let's go right here. Matter of fact, let me just update, cancel and update. And we're going to go right here. And then we're going to go to Fluent forms, and conversational form, subscription form. So let's just preview this. I already have one there. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this form. Let me just close the preview. We need another field. So I'm just going to need a name field. And we're gonna edit this name field. We don't need that. Come on. So if we go name and name. So we don't have a label is what it is. We just use a placeholder. Your name. So enter your name. All right. Okay. This is required. Name and email. So what we're going to do is I need more than 2 columns is what this is. So 3-column container. Gonna drag this here. Gonna drag this here. And we're gonna drag this. Gonna drag this here. Then we're gonna delete that. Let's confirm. Your name. So name should be here actually. Name and email. Name, email, subscribe. I'm just gonna change this to custom style. The background is like this, if I remember correctly. The border like that. That hover background. Text and white. All right. I need to click OK. Normal state. All right. So that's that. And remember, we need to have a border radius of 5 just to keep everything smoothed. I'll round it out just a bit. And we're going to save form. We are going to copy this form, go back to pages, all pages. We're going to go to the About Us page and edit with Elementor. And this, guys, is how long it takes to truly design a proper website. And this isn't even the half of it, because I'm speeding through this tutorial without making my own designs of sort. So, all right, we've done all of that. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to duplicate this section. I am going to drag and drop it right here. I'm going to remove all of these elements. Matter of fact, let me just grab a shortcode and put it right there and paste. All right, then I'm going to delete. Nope, need to delete the entire container, guys. Delete, and we're going to delete, and we're going to edit this container and center and the width. All right, we're going to have to change the background. So let's just grab another image. All right, so let's just go with this one. And we're going to download, save as 5. Remember to optimize, guys. Always optimize your images. So you're going to reduce the size with tiny JPG. Then you're going to add image SEO. That's optimization. And that's that. And let's just go top center, bottom center. I'm going to change the height of this. So I'm going to go, all right, style, center. All right. We're going to change the overlay. So I believe it was black and we were at 71% for this up here. I believe that's what it was. Or what we could do, we could use the same image here. Now, I think I like this better. You will have better images. All right. And this is where you will have your credentials like 5-star ratings, how many projects you've built, etc., etc. And that is it basically for our our form area. Just going to update. We're going to save as template. So let's go again over here, save as template. We're going to name this template our newsletter subscription. Actually, we're not done yet because we need to add something here. So edit container, and it's like this. So editing, we're going to change this to orange. Never miss out on important news. All right, we're going to add another one. This one is going to say join, and then we're going to grab a text editor, drag and drop that here, and this is going to be get. So get exclusive news updates, discounts, and special contact from our team to keep your building safe, maintained, and beautiful. We're going to change the text to darker white. We're going to justify. We're going to change this text to the full white. All right. We're going to change this text size to something else. We are going to add some margin and just do emphasis and just do one at the top and one at the bottom. And no, that's pixels. Advanced emphasis. All right, emphasis. So don't need any at the top, some at the bottom. And let's do. All right, now. Never miss out on important news. Join our online community today. Get exclusive news and so on. All right, update. We're going to do the responsive version just before we go ahead and save as template. So this is kind of okay, if you ask me. All right, advanced. I'm going to do some padding on the left and on the right. All right, there we go, there we go, there we go. And this is going to be center. This is going to be center as well. And that looks kind of beautiful from my perspective. All right, so I was going to edit the heading and see if I can and then this size right here. Margin, there we go, there we go, there we go. And I mean, that looks good. That looks good. So okay, I think that's okay. Can just change the size on this a little bit. And yeah, let's look at the tablet version. Looks good. Looks good. So now let's just go back to the desktop version and then we're going to save as template news letter form and we're going to save. All right, and that's there. So it's going to close. We're going to view page. Once we view the page, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the contact us page. We're going to edit with Elementor. I don't think there's a way to add it within these. So I think I'll just leave it without the contact. Let me just go to view page. All right, go to home. This is the last page we're going to work on. All right, so let's just edit with Elementor. All right, here's where we're going to get serious. So all of that, the founders. And right here, I'm going to go to templates. We're going to see my templates contain a newsletter form. We are going to insert and we're going to import. And there we go. All right, that's good. All right, so if you scroll, it's all beautiful. All right, that's our newsletter form. It looks really good, fits right in. All right, so we're just going to do a few small changes here. The first is that we're going to change from our service from contact us to request project, even though it's in the heading. And we're going to add the link to the request project page. We're going to change the background. So we need to change this. I am going to use a different background overlay at this time. So I'm just going to use black, and this one I'm going to use orange. And so yeah, we're going to use black, and we're going to reduce the opacity. We're going to go back here and let's see which image we can grab from our construction. Let's go to construction. All right, let's just go to construction. This does look pretty good. I'm going to try this picture. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Let me see, we're supposed to be at about 7. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'm going to try it. So I'm just, background. We know how to change the background by now. All right, upload files. Let's see how this looks. It's very confusing, very contradicting. I mean, it works, but it's not easy on the eyes. And let me just try the excavator. It just looks good, so I want to see how it's going to turn out, guys. I don't know that it actually works, but it's good to always experiment. That's how you learn and you pick up new things. And remember to optimize your images and add image SEO, guys. Always do that. All right. That actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to leave that. And all right. So we need to have the angle set up. So I'm going to go right here, if you guys notice it. All right, just look what I'm going to be doing. We're going to change the angle. All right, then when we change the angle, we're going to reduce. All right, then we're going to change this to be absolutely transparent. And there's that. And let's just, all right. And then now we're going to reduce the opacity on this, and let's see how that looks. Doesn't look pretty good, actually. It feels like it would be better to just use a classic background and go like that. Vision just got larger. And your construction is let us build a website for your construction biz. And that looks kind of okay if you ask me. Let's just play around a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and update. And the container style. And let's play with the overlay a bit. Let's see how this looks. So it's a little bit too contradictory. So let's just go like this and darken it just a bit. That's 68%. And that looks good. But it's a little bit heavy on the eyes because we can't fully see the excavator in the background as you would like. Let's just see what comes up for this. Maybe we find something that works beautifully. Let's try this one. Download. This is a place where you're going to want to use the image that most represents your company. So if you have company buses and trucks and so on, and it has the logo on it, or your office location with your company cars and team and so on, this is where you want to use that. So whenever someone lands on your homepage, they can see exactly where they are. So we're just playing around with this to see if we can find a perfect fit. But for the most part, you're going to be done with this part of the tutorial a lot faster than I am, is what it is. All right. And now I don't need 69%, 68%. So it's still a little bit too bright. So let's build a website for your construction. Just your construction biz. So I'm going to change this to request project. And I'm going to change this to request project. And I'm going to change this to services. And this is going to go to services. And update. And you can go ahead and edit this home page as you would like, guys. And remember, the website files will be available for download for free. So you can go ahead and get those there. And yeah, we're only going to be giving you for download the things that we've worked on in this tutorial. So here's the thing, guys. Here's what I need you to understand. So we're just going to go ahead and view page. And this is where it's going to get rather interesting for you. When you come right here, right? When you come right here, you're going to have to realize that this is your construction page and everything, but all the pages aren't there. So we're going to have projects, right? But you're going to also need to have testimonials. Testimonials are going to be what drives conversions for your business. So you're going to have a testimonials page. We have the request a project page. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to construction company. We're going to go to, I'm just going to create a page. So I'm going to copy this area and I'm going to go pages. I'm going to add new pages just to show you what you need to do. So you're going to get testimonials and you're going to publish. Is that how testimonials is spelled? I sure hope so. All right, you're going to edit with Elementor. All right. And we're going to paste right here. And we're going to change this to testimonials. And let's see if there is a testimonial section that we can use here. Testimonial. So here's one. All right. So just install required plugins and import. All right. And this is a very quick way of doing a testimonials page. Sure, we can go ahead and reload. Just gonna go and we're gonna paste. Gonna change this to testimonials. We are going to close this right here. And these are going to be your testimonials from your biz. All right. And after the testimonials, I'm going to go right here and I'm going to, no, we don't need AI. All right. Going to go right here. I'm going to grab the My Template newsletter and we're going to insert. All right. So testimonials, what they say, join our community and close that. And we are going to close this section and going to change this to a blank background. So it's going to click the X right there. And the color is going to be darker white. And the container background overlay is what we need to remove. So it's going to go ahead and click here and do that. Now we're going to say, hire us. All right. And we're going to change the text to black. We're going to change the text here to light black. You can say why they should hire you. We're going to delete these. I don't know if you can see it in the tutorial, but you can see it on screen very well. We're going to edit here. I'm going to do request project and hire. I was going to say get a free quote. Free quote. And we're going to add some border radius of 5 as per usual. Keep it rounded. Hire us. And yeah. And that's what it's going to be for our testimonials page for the most part. We still need to get the transparent header set up. We'll do that shortly. Let's just ensure that our responsive mode is okay. I'm hoping it is. All right. For the most part, it is because we saved this section after responsive mode was set up. And this was responsive to begin with and so on. Same with the tablet version. Yes, 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 and sure. So now we're going to exit back to our page. All right, guys. Once we exit back to our page, I move myself out of the way. We're going to go here. We are going to, yes, all that, all that. We are going to go advanced settings, keep all that. We're going to enable transparent header, and we are going to just close this, update, and view page. And we have our transparent header. We need to change the background image. So let me just go ahead and get something for, no, those aren't royalty free. And this looks good. Just download. Remember yet again, ad nauseum, like I always say, tiny JPG to reduce the image size, then edit with Elementor. You're going to do image SEO before you upload the image. So in the meantime, you should be compressing your image with tiny JPG. You're going to edit container, style, background. You're going to upload files, select file, and you're going to get number 10, image SEO, like we said, and select. And image SEO should be done with all of these clients as well. Happy clients of Zeilhan Construction. That's how you're going to get traffic to your website and all the good stuff. My forehead is a bit greasy, but it's fine. And yeah, so that's that really. And we're done. So it's going to view page. And we don't have the testimonials page anywhere to be seen. So let's add that to our menu. So we're going to construction company menus, or we can just go to the dashboard and appearance, then menus. All right. Then we're going to add the testimonials and request a project page, add to menu. Testimonials is going to be home. Then we're going to have about, home, about, testimonials, projects, and under projects, we're going to have request project, change here to request project, and home, about, services, testimonials, projects, request a project, contact us, and save menu. Now let's just view our site. Let us look at our submenu. Not beautiful at all, as I suspected. So we're going to go to customize. Remember, once we're here, we're going to go to header builder, but we need to edit this. So we'll just go ahead and click here. And it says submenu. All right. Width, divider, visibility. Let's see if we can change the submenu background. Slide down. Okay. And if you say slide up, all right, so we're going to slide down. The border color is okay. The menu color, the background is we need to have, nope. It's the submenu background we need to change. So how do we change the submenu background? Here's how. So we're going to publish these changes. All right. So that's good. I'm going to go back. Transparent header. Design. Submenu background. And we're going to change it to black. And here we go. And text link, normal. Hover active is going to be this one. All right. And that's good. I need to change this to the lighter orange. So the design. So yeah. Okay. So we don't click on it anymore and publish. And that's good. So that's it for that part of the tutorial. That part of the tutorial. All right, so here's what we're going to be doing next, guys. Go to dashboard, and I'm just going to show you some valuable plugins that you'll want on your website. Just 5 of them for now. The first one is you want to have SEO optimized. So you're going to have Google Sitekit, and SEO, search engine optimization, is going to get you more website traffic, more visibility, etc. So we're going to have Sitekit. The next one that you want to have is Rank Math setup. Go ahead and install that. You want something for caching, so you want cache. I will just choose one from here. Lightspeed cache is very good. Total cache is good. But WP Super Cache is the one that I'm going to recommend. No, WP Fastest Cache. Just go ahead and install that. I also know that you're going to want to have live chat so you can speak with your website visitors. Tidio is good, but I like HubSpot. Especially as a construction company, you're going to be using some valuable CRM. So HubSpot is a good way to go about this. So that's HubSpot, Tool SEOs, Image Cache. The final plugin that you're going to have on your website is, let's say, Image Optimization. And the one that I'm going to be using for image optimization is going to be Imagify. You can also use Ew or Short Pixel, but I'm just going to go with Imagify for this one. And these are all very good. Short Pixel is one I've used also. And those are 5 plugins that you're going to want on your website. Nothing that's like over the top or anything like that, but it's also very good. So we're going to show you how to set up these plugins in the future. But for now, just go ahead and if you want the website file, you can download it. If you don't want to do all this work and everything else that comes with keeping it good, with launching your website live, you can go ahead and reach out to our team in a 15-minute clarity call. You can join our email subscriber list below to learn more about growing your business online and so on. And yeah, it's going to be good. Remember that you have to turn off under construction mode, and remember to always back up your website when you're done working for the day. So if something happens, you can go back to a previous version and everything is okay. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hit subscribe and help us in our journey to 20K subscribers, and subscribe for more because we have more awesome tutorials coming your way. Cheers.